had a game a little bit earlier today. I'd like to introduce Kevin Taylor of the SID. Thanks for coming in today.
No problem, Josh. Thanks for having me. You guys do a great job, and we appreciate the coverage, as always.
Thank you, Kevin. Let's talk a little bit about this men's team. They had a game on Saturday against Shawnee State, a game on Monday against Mountain State. Let's focus on Saturday first. So we're going to bring in Kelly Reed now. Kelly Reed, our soccer analyst. And Kelly, this team, they had a game on Saturday against Shawnee State. Let's talk a little bit about this. They were able to manage a 0-0 tie, 120 minutes of goalless soccer. How'd they do? What was this team all about on Saturday?
Basically, I think this team they went on the field and they wanted to win. They had the motivation, they had the spirit. But what I'm seeing is this team isn't coming together. It's not blending, it's not meshing together. There's just something missing. They have the talent. It's just they're not able to capitalize on that talent.
One of the big problems right now for this men's soccer team is that the injury of this team, they have multiple injuries on this. How do you think this team would be doing with players like Trusted in the lineup, Tabby in the lineup in numerous amounts? What do you think this team would be like?
I feel like it would be much better, Josh. I'm seeing with Julian, I feel like he would bring a new level to the game for the men's soccer as well. I just feel with those injuries, it's really hurting them.
How do you think this team is going to come back? The injuries are starting to pile up and pile up and pile up. This AMC conference is a pretty good conference. What do you think this team's outlook is going to be like for the rest of the year?
You know, it's hard to say. I'm seeing them almost staying where they are. They have the talent, like I said. They just have to have the motivation to get out there. These are hard teams that they're about to face, and I just see them almost staying the same.
Kelly, don't go away. When we come back, we will get you for some women's soccer as well, but we're going to move on to today's game, and we're going to bring back in Kevin Taylor. Now, Kevin, this Mountain State team, they weren't too bad of a team. How did the team fare today?
Well, Josh, the men's soccer team lost 3-0, but even though Mountain State had a lot of talented forwards up front, the game was pretty much even for the first 40 minutes, and that's when Mountain State, an NAIA member out of West Virginia, took a 1-0 lead. Stayed that way until the 58th minute when Mountain State made it a 2-goal game, and maybe a little deceptive in the final score, 3-0, a little closer than what it was because Mountain State scored in the last 10 seconds, but not a bad effort against a really talented team. And like you and Kelly were saying, there are a lot of injuries. Francis Tabby went out today early in the first half with a leg injury, and that's just like they continue to mount.
Now you get to see the trainers on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. What are the trainers saying about these injuries right now? Are these going to be long season-ending injuries, or are some of these players going to be able to come back?
Well, you know, Josh, we don't go into great detail with the injuries. Some of that stuff is, better left to be private. But it doesn't take a genius to see that you look over on the bench and some of the better players are sitting there as opposed to on the field. And I would really like to see their chances if they had guys like Tabby, Trusted, obviously a guy they haven't had all year, Guido Sagarer, Alex Sala, not injury, but another reason that he's out. And even guys like Tim Giancarlo or Anthony Russo, although they played today, are a little bit hobbled. And, those are 6 or 7 guys right there that, out of the 11 that you put on the field, I really like that in front of Zeke O'Donnell, who had a great game today.
Zeke has been playing great. We're going to switch gears to soccer when we come back. Mm-hmm. The men's team, they do have a game on Saturday against